Hey, it's Russ and Lisa. We're driving a lot of traffic. She's not real happy. So listen, we want to make a really quick video. I say really quick. We'll see what happens. We have had people ask us, why Scotland, Russ? And that's a great question. And we've just made this video. This is the second video we're making because I made a mistake on something I said, and we want to make sure what we're posting is accurate and that you have a very clear picture of what we're doing. So we are being called to Scotland by God, number one. This is not a Russ and Lisa thing, because if it was, we'd be called to Hawaii or
no, Scotland would be
or whatever. Anyways, okay, Scotland, but it'd be for a different purpose. So I want to give you some numbers, and I'm actually going to just share the first video, but I'm going to just show you because people tend not to believe us. This is a census done in 2024 of 5.5 million people, 5,530,662, and no religion is 2,866,685. No religion is no religion. Like, they don't claim anything. They don't believe spiritualism. They don't believe in Jesus. They don't believe in a God. They don't believe in the Son, God known as Ra. No religion. Basically atheist. Okay? 2.8 million people. Almost 3 million people. That's 58% of the country. Okay? Where's Christianity on that? 2 million people. For us, that's not that bad. We're going to talk about that in a second. So, undeclared, 500,000 roughly. That means like there's a higher power or whatever, and then you can see that Islam makes up 136,000, Hinduism, Buddhism, and all that stuff basically makes up roughly 185, 200,000 people. But out of the Christians, 1.9 people say that they claim Christianity. They claim Christianity. 13% of that, I think it is. My numbers all mixed up because of the second video. I know it's like 11,000 people of that 1.9 million people actually attend church on a regular basis. 11,000 people out of the 5.5 million people in Scotland. 11,000 attend church. Now, that can kind of be like, I don't want to say that, questionable also, because if you go to church like 4 or 5 months out of the year, they're going to claim you as a regular attender because that is the behavior. Now, is there anything wrong with that? Not necessarily. I mean, church is a place of fellowship. It's a place of grounding. It's a community. It's where your support and love is taught. Small groups is where you grow. Things like that, which I was kind of shocked to only hear that there's 1 or 2 churches that are executing small groups, and only one is actually doing it successfully right now. But the other one I wanted to show you, because people don't always think about this, is, and people know the UK is in a bad shape, by the way. People I've spoke with over at Christ Fellowship Conference. Christ Fellowship Conference have said, hey, we know the UK is in bad shape. We see it on the news. People, pastors getting stabbed, things like that. Okay. But one of the things they didn't believe was that the Church of Scotland is literally liquidating assets. So, this is their website. And if you look, it looks like what? Anybody do real estate?
Wow.
And it keeps going. And it keeps going. And it keeps going. So, if the church in the UK is healthy, even remotely, why does the Church of Scotland look like MLS or Zillow or Redfin? So, the good news for retailers and businesses are they can buy some of these churches really inexpensive and make retail locations out of them, which is good for them. But, I mean, I don't think these are all listings, because when I looked up a search, there was like 4,800 or 4,900 of them recently, And I'm wondering if that includes all properties owned by the church. And this is like church properties. Because the Church of Scotland own like private lots, homes to house pastors and staff and things like that. So they actually have some of those, and we're looking at those, by the way. Not the churches. We'll explain that more in a second. So if you're asking why Scotland, because there's about 4 million lost people in Scotland. 4 million. Do I need to say that one more time? Let's just say it for aesthetics. 4 million lost people in a country of 5 million.
It's too many.
So, we're going to Scotland because we want to bring the good news. But Russ, they're a Christian country. No, they're not.
Yeah.
But they've heard the good news. Well, no, because traditions and the lack of the... and again, I want to be careful because there are churches that are doing amazing things all over the UK and in Scotland. So I don't want to lump the capital C church in that category, but there are churches who have failed really, really badly. For example, churches that were hardliners, we're not going to accept you if you come to church with alcohol in your breath. If you are part of the gay community, if you have sin in your life and it's apparent, you can't come to our church. And yes, that's actually a thing there. Or come as you are, bring all your stuff with you and help influence the church. So we're going to cater to you and change the way we do things.
We're going to let you lead things.
Yeah. And so, defying God's word. So you have one that's hardlining, which God was not a hardliner, and you have the other one that's like, oh, we're going to do everything to make you feel accepted, including break the covenant or go against what Jesus was about in the first place. Well, who dictates that? Well, God does. It's in the Bible. Does that mean that somebody in the community that comes, we're going to refuse them? No. That's, first of all, that's not me and Lisa, and that's not our vision. Our vision is if you come to church and you had a heavy night at the bars and you're like, I need to go to church, you're coming to church, right? Yes. Our dress code, I like the way Tommy Dawson at Life Church says this, please do. Please come dressed. Yes. You don't have to be in your best Sunday dress. You don't have to, we're asking that you just come covered, right? Because we know that's where you should be for Jesus. So, yeah, it's just things like that we're doing. And before we get to our location, we want to tell you, our founders, the people that are investing in Lisa and I, and this crazy thing that God has called us to, a very sincere and heartfelt thank you. We could not do this without you. This is a vertical thing. And you know what? This, by the way, I just want to say, Lisa and I are just the vessels in this thing. This really is between you and God. We're just like the mediators in the workforce. You're investing in God's kingdom, and God is using us to help with that.
We're the hands and feet.
Yeah, hands and feet, baby. So
That should be hands and feet ministry. Okay, sorry.
Here we go. We're going to change our names again. Anyways, but we just want to say thank you guys. We love you guys. And thank you for believing in us. Thank you for believing in our mission. And yeah, just thank you. Do you have anything you want to say?
Not right now.
I've already corrected them 5 times. No big deal. All right, we love you guys. Talk to you later.